Welcome to It's Happening in Grand Prairie. I'm Georgia Clemson, and we have a great show for you today. In fact, we have something new going on in Grand Prairie, and we have Tony Flowers here to tell us about it. Hi, Tony.
Hi, Georgia. How are you doing today?
Doing great, and it's so good to see you, and it's so good that you're here to tell our viewers what we're doing in Grand Prairie that's new.
What we're doing in Grand Prairie that is new, Georgia, is we have launched Via Grand Prairie. Via Grand Prairie is a micro transit system that have come to Grand Prairie to actually better our citizens to getting from point A to point B. It is a fantastic program that we launched 3 weeks ago to enhance our citizens to get from point A to point B.
Yes, and Tony, this is something that has been needed in Grand Prairie for so long that we're really excited that it's in place now. And as you said, it's called Via Grand Prairie. And tell us exactly how our viewers and how our citizens are going to be able to use this.
Yes, you can go to any app store on your mobile devices and download the actual the Via
App.
on your Android or your iPhone. And once you download the app, you can access any ride within the city of Grand Prairie and go to any point of communication or any point of location you like to go. The fantastic thing about it is that the cost per trip is very minimum. We're talking about $3 per ride. We go to the major attractions of Grand Prairie. That's what makes it so phenomenal, that all the attractions that we have in Grand Prairie, all our citizens have access to getting there now. Over the past years, we didn't have access to getting there, but right now we have access to getting you to every point of contact that you would like to go to.
Yes, Tony, this sounds so wonderful for our citizens that they can wherever they want to go. Is that correct?
That's correct.
As long as it's in Grand Prairie?
As long as it's in Grand Prairie. However, we have established that we will be transporting to the 4 colleges. Because Grand Prairie don't have a major college inside Grand Prairie, we have selected to travel to UT Arlington, Dallas Baptist, Mountain View College, and the community college in Arlington. Now, the 2 colleges, which is Dallas Baptist and Mountain View, we're only charging $4 per ride to get to that location. The other 2 colleges is $3 a ride. So where can you go for $3 a trip, and gas prices being as high as they are right now? My goodness, that is the best deal ever.
Oh, it's wonderful. I wish I had had that when I was in college. That would be so much better, just to get dropped out there and not have to worry about parking or anything.
Yes, I believe that Via Grand Prairie is going to enlighten and help all of our citizens get to those major locations that they're trying to get to. The Walmarts, the Summit, the water park, every aspect, Long Star Park, they'll be able to access. One thing I like about it is that our schedule starts at 6 in the morning and doesn't complete until 9 p.m. at night. So it covers a broad time schedule to where those that need to go to work, those that need to go to school, will have access to Via Ride.
And Tony, are all the appointments made by the app?
Yes, all appointments are made currently by the app. However, they can call in and get a trip made for them via the contact number that we have listed.
That's very good. And as you said, it could be $3 or $4 for one way, correct?
That's correct, one-way trip.
And I heard that there might be a price break for some of us senior citizens.
Yes, our seniors, we love them dearly. Those that are of seniors can get a price break of $2 a trip versus $3 a trip.
That's such a bargain.
Oh, yes.
It is such a bargain.
It's wonderful that we, the citizens of Grand Prairie, our seniors, we love them dearly. And sometimes financial situation will hinder. So we want to make sure that they can still get from point A to point B. Another thing is that with Via Grand Prairie, our seniors have access for what we call ADA transportation. There's some of the vans that we have purchased are wheelchair accessible. So there's no need for them to say, well, is there accessibility? We have the accessibility for our seniors that need those wheelchair vehicles.
That's great. That's great. Tony, I know that when the mayor and I heard about this going on in Arlington, of course everybody heard about it going on in Arlington, but with our contacts there, we'd been watching very carefully to see how it worked for them and how they tweaked it. And it was working so beautifully. And then when we also found out that there was federal money available to help support that, we brought it back to our council, and they were ready to give this a try, and they thought you were the perfect person to take over the helm of this project.
Yes, I started working on this project a couple of years ago. We made contact with the Federal Transit Administration to help us out with the funding aspects of it, and they allowed us to use the funding for this project to get it going. One thing I like about how we went about it is that we looked at Arlington and seen how available it was for all their citizens. And once we got the funding mechanism in place, Arlington was the forefront of it. And now that Grand Prairie have launched it, it is one beautiful sight for us to have those vans running throughout the city for that purpose.
Yes, Tony, and at this time you have 10 vans, is that correct?
Yes, we have 10 vans that's moving throughout the entire city of Grand Prairie. And right now, when we launched the project, we was only doing 29 to 39 trips a day. Now we've surpassed that to where we're doing over 126 trips per day.
Wow.
And that is increasing real fast. So we're looking to increase the total number of vans that we actually have on the streets now.
And Tony, let's step me through this process.
Okay.
When I want to, I'll first download the app.
Yes.
And then I will go on and make a reservation or a request. Is that correct?
That's correct. And it works identical to what we normally would call Uber.
Yes.
And once you download the app and you go in and make a request to actually get your pickup, you can actually follow the driver to your location. And once you see the driver is identified, and you actually get into the vehicle and go to your destination. And it is one of the best things. I had the opportunity to go to New York and use Via in New York, and it was fantastic. And I think right now, by speaking to the Via representatives, that Grand Prairie is the leading city right now for Via, because from launch date 1 to the present time, we've shattered all the records as far as the number of trips per day has been taking place. We are shattering every record that VIA have had in the past 10 years.
Oh, Tony, that makes me so proud, and so proud of you
Thank
for
you.
making it happen for us here in Grand Prairie. Now, I just want to make it clear to our viewers that when they go on the app and they expect the vehicle to come, it might be at a cross street near them. Is that correct?
That's correct. It's not going to be. It's not door-to-door service. It's at a cross street of a general location. And once you see the location on your app, you'll just walk to that spot and pick it up. Another great thing about VIA is that if you have a group of people, if you have 4 in your group, the first one pays $3, and each additional person pays $1 less than that. That way, the group can ride together, going to one location. It makes it very economic for them to do that.
And what is the maximum number that you can carry in a van?
6.
6 is the maximum.
Exactly. That's without an ADA or wheelchair in there. If a wheelchair is in there, the number of people is reduced by 2.
That is excellent. We are so excited about this. I know that it's been long coming, and with your experience in transportation with the city of Grand Prairie, you were with us how many years?
20 years.
20 years, and here you are back with something new and exciting.
It definitely. I'm enjoying it. It has been a wonderful ride. I'm just enjoying seeing the citizens of Grand Prairie be so happy about being able to get from point A to point B. Yes. I've been in transportation for 35 years, and this is the best launch I've ever seen when it comes down to new transportation.
Well, you're doing a fantastic job, and
Thank you
we
so
are
much.
so happy to have you and Via Grand Prairie in our city.
Thank you so much.
It's great, and thank you for being with us today,
Thank you
Tony.
for having me.
And we'll be right back.
The City of Grand Prairie offers Alert GP, a high-speed communication service for emergency notifications. Receive alerts from the Grand Prairie Emergency Management Team by going to the city's website and following the sign-up instructions. Alert GP can notify a lot of people in a short time. It targets the entire city or specific areas where critical community alerts are necessary. If we can't reach you, we can't alert you. Visit gptx.org/alertgp and sign up today.
Welcome back. And we welcome our next guest. We're glad to have Caitlin from the library with us.
Hi, thank you so much for having me.
Of course, Caitlin, we know that summertime is approaching, and that's a very special time at the library, isn't it?
Yes, summer is absolutely our busiest and most fun time at the library. This is when we bring in so many different kinds of programs for all ages, and we just pack our programming schedule all summer long. And so all of this is going to kick off on June 4th, Saturday, June 4th, from 10 a.m. to noon at the main library for our summer reading kickoff celebration. And that's because we are having our summer theme is going to be an ocean of possibilities. So everything will be ocean themed.
Yes, a celebration. I think that's so fun. Let me know something about well, I know the kickoff's always fun. What will be happening at the kickoff?
Yes, great question. So at our kickoff, we will have all kinds of ocean-themed activities, of course. We're going to have face painters. We're going to have Marvel superheroes and Disney princesses walking around. So all kinds of activities, art activities, STEM activities. So everything is lots of fun, but there's also a little bit of education mixed in. So this is mostly for kids and their families, but then after that, we will have so many more programs for all ages.
When you say all ages, that includes the adults as well?
Absolutely.
Oh, great.
Yes, we have tons of adult programs too. We've got some of our perennial favorites like Zumba classes. We have gardening classes. We have essential education stuff like our Spanish GED classes, citizenship, other things like that. And then we've just brought back our Late Night at the Library series. And for this summer, we are going to be doing a murder mystery. And so we have a little beer and wine at the library after hours, and then we're going to solve the murder mystery. And that's one of our big adult programs.
Yes, that's fun. But right now, we're focused on the summer for the kids. Is that correct?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. What do they do? I know they get registered, and then what happens during the summer?
So we have tons of programs for kids in the summer, but our biggest stuff is every Monday. We bring in special performers, and they come to all three branches. So they'll come to the Shotwell Library at 10:30, the main library at 1 o'clock, and the Warmack Library at 3 p.m. And every Monday we'll have different performers. We're going to start with Band Coro, which is an African drum and dance program. We're going to have Science of the Circus, where we bring in circus clowns who teach us different science experiments. We also have a petting zoo. We're going to have hula dancing and a snake program, among many others. And then if you can't make any of those times, we have summer nights programs as well. We've got Emmy Award winner David Chicken, who's going to come do a children's concert. We're going to have a bubble bus and also a big field day program for kids as well.
And the fact that you're doing it at all three libraries, that's exciting.
Yeah,
That's
absolutely.
exciting.
We want to make all of these programs accessible for everyone in the community. So whenever people have the opportunity to get away, they can find a time that works best for them or come to the branch that's closest to them.
Now, Caitlin, I know that you have this on a website, but sometimes it's hard for me to navigate exactly where to go. Can you tell us exactly where to go to find the schedule?
Yes. Okay. First of all, we will have our program guides printed very soon. And you guys can come to all three of our libraries and kind of around the city and pick up a program guide where we will have all of that information. But you can go to our website, www.gptx.org/library, and you can find our calendar up there. You can look at it by location and see what you have. If you're closest to Warmack, you can find all the programs over there. Or if you're looking for just kids, you can find all of the kids programs and find something that you are going to love.
That's good. I sometimes have trouble finding that on the website, but I think I can do it with your instructions.
I hope so. And then the program guides are great. We pass
Oh.
those out everywhere, and you can just kind of look at what's going on
Yes.
today, what can I take my kids to, what's going to be fun for my teen, because we have lots of fun teen stuff too, and then something fun for the adults as well.
And I love having that hard copy to refer to. Just it's so convenient. Now, also, let's think about this. The kids come get registered, they get to do all of this to stimulate and motivate them to read more. What are we doing?
Great question. So every summer, a big part of our summer reading club are our summer reading logs. I've got one here. So every 5 hours you read, if you're a kid, you will get a prize. So this is a lot of coupons. It could be Treasure Chest, Smoothie King, Epic Waters, Main Event, lots of different options for kids. Teens are going to get entered in to win different prize packs. These include AirPods, check my list. We've got AirPods, we've got a Polaroid camera, a Nintendo Switch, and adults also get entered in to win monthly prizes, as well as our grand drawing for an iPad at all 3 of our branches. So this is every 5 hours you read, or for every program you attend. That counts as 1 hour because all of our programs are educational, and you can turn these into any of our library branches and either win a prize or be entered in to win an excellent prize.
I'm so glad you told me. I didn't realize that the adults were also could log their reading and be eligible for prizes as well.
They most certainly can, and I'll tell you how I get most of my hours. I commute to work every day, so I do audiobooks every single day. I do some of it even while I'm at work, and I count all of those hours to my reading logs as well.
You know, I just have to stop and think of how our libraries have changed and evolved over the past few years. And I know Amy Sprinkles has a big part of that change and of the innovation and creativity that's there. But your whole group, it's just amazing. You have such a fabulous staff. Do you want to name drop any of them as well?
Oh gosh, I could name drop everyone. Well, I'll tell you one person I definitely want everyone to know about is Anne-Marie Holstead, and this is our library social worker. So if you guys didn't know that we have a social worker, this is a free resource at the library who can connect you to the services you might need. Anne-Marie also does beautiful programs. She does stress and anxiety, mental health groups. She does parenting classes, and lots of other things that you might not have traditionally seen at a library. We're one of very few libraries, maybe the only one in Texas, with a social worker. If you're looking for kids, we've got a children's programmer at every branch. We also have Josh, who does amazing adult programs. Isela, you're going to see at a lot of our Spanish programs. Isela also teaches our citizenship classes, and those have been wonderful as well. If you know anyone, whether they speak Spanish or English, who needs those classes and wants to pass their citizenship class, they can reach out to Isela for that.
That is wonderful. So many great amenities offered right here at the library, free of charge, most of them. Is that correct?
Everything is free of charge except for our late night programs, because those are after hours.
Sure.
And those are just a $5 charge. Everything else you come to the library for will be free of charge.
What a wonderful, wonderful benefit for our citizens. We appreciate all of this information, and the fact that you're getting it out to our viewers. That's great.
Yeah, I'm happy to have the opportunity.
Thank you for being with us, Caitlin.
Thank you.
And we'll be right back.
Grand Prairie, it's time to bag the bag and grab the bin. The city is no longer collecting recycled items in plastic bags because plastic bags damage processing equipment. Instead, use your recycling bin to hold items for pickup. And remember, only glass bottles and jars, metal cans, and paper products are okay. For more information, please visit gptx.org/recycling.
Welcome back, and welcome to 2 of my favorite guests, beautiful blondes from Lifeline for Family, Miss Sarah Dudullock and Amy Sprinkles. Welcome, ladies.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
We know there's something exciting that happens every summer for Lifeline for Families,
Yes.
and it's approaching, isn't it?
It is. It is. So this time of year, we're really gearing up for Freedom Lunch, which is the Lifeline for Families' biggest fundraiser. It's a luncheon. However, this year we're celebrating super big because it's the 20th anniversary of Lifeline for Families.
Yes, 20th anniversary, and it's going to be even a bigger, better celebration than ever, correct?
It is. We're obviously it'll be a sold out crowd. So I'm glad we're on the show so we can get people to get their reservations in soon because 20 years, it's been an exciting time. So looking forward to
Yes,
it.
give us the magic date.
Yes, Thursday, June 16th at the Ruthie Jackson Center from 11 to 1. And of course, the format it'll be a beautiful luncheon Edelman's Barbecue will do our lunch, and then we'll have an extraordinary silent auction as well as the live auction where City Councilman Jeff Copeland is our auction extraordinaire. He does a fabulous job, and we've got some really great items this year.
He does, and he does a great job every year. And actually, some of our viewers may not know what Lifeline for Families does, what the mission is. Would one of you tell us that?
Okay, sure. So Lifeline, our mission is to help reduce homelessness among GPISD students and their families. So we started in September of 2003, and Angela Gessner was our founder, or is our founder. And the way that the organization was started is she came across a homeless child in an alleyway, and it pulled at our heartstrings. And at that time, we didn't realize that GPISD students, you know, we have a homeless population of, at that time it was about 1,200, right? And so she put together this organization to help with rental assistance to keep families of GPISD students and their families in apartments or with rental assistance, because you know, we needed to help. So that's what we've been doing for 20 years now.
And evidence shows the school district is really good at keeping records on our families, and evidence clearly shows that attendance, behavior, and grades all improve for our clients. That stability for the child makes a big difference in their life at school.
It's huge.
We also, in addition to the rental assistance, we also offer financial counseling, budgeting classes, some other, connect them with other resources that they may need. Your earlier guest, Tony, via Grand Prairie is going to be a huge resource for our clients. In many cases, they don't have transportation. So this will that'll be a great way for them to get to work and to school and grocery store, doctor's office.
And we do work with other agencies as well, very well. Like you said, connecting them to others like Grand Prairie United Charities, Kids Inc., to help them with their clothing and uniforms. So it's a wonderful organization. We're sold on it because we've invested a lot of time and energy in that, because we know it is a wonderful mission that helps so many. And now tell us some more about the Freedom Luncheon. I know, Sarah, you are co-chair of the auction, and that's always a big hit. You and Susan Hart have made that just exceptional. So tell us about that.
Yes, so that, our auction, it seems to grow legs every year, and it gets more and more elaborate and more items. We average around 140, 150 silent auction items. It's anything from home decor to jewelry, outdoor things, tickets, attraction tickets, sporting tickets. Just really, I mean, if you come to this auction, everybody really looks forward to it, and everybody's going to fall in love with something.
Yes.
We never leave the event with items not getting bid on. Like, everything goes, and so it's a really great time. The good thing is it's also the Thursday before Father's Day, so we're going to have some Father's Day items, some different baskets and things. So it's a great opportunity for you to pick up a gift or two as well.
Yes.
And Sarah mentioned that because we have such a great silent auction and somewhat limited time to view it all, we open for early viewing at 10:30 for our guests. So
with coffee.
Get a ticket and come early and have a cup of coffee with us and peruse the auction early.
Yes.
And then Jeff Copeland is worth the price of admission. He is hysterical as our live auctioneer. He will keep you in stitches and make you pull your wallet out.
Yes, he's our entertainment. After lunch entertainment.
Yes, he is. And he connects with the crowd so well, and really, like Amy said, really has people pull out their money for a great cause. Some of the live auction items, just to kind of give people a sneak peek of what we're offering this year. Of course, we've got the Ruidoso cabin in New Mexico that you can rent for a week. We also have a beach house in Galveston, so summer vacation plans and things like that, you can come and bid on that. We've got golf with the mayor at the Colonial. Still working on some other items as well, but it's going to be a fabulous live auction.
We've got SWAT with police.
Yes, SWAT with police just came through.
And
We've got air conditioning
Texas
service.
Hold'em
Yeah.
with the mayor.
Yes, so Bon Air,
Bon Air,
AC
yes.
and Heating, they donated a complete unit with installation and everything. So if you or somebody you know is in need of a AC unit, that is not a cheap item.
Oh,
and
that is
so
valuable.
You could get a really great deal and also support a great cause. So.
Okay, now Sarah, tell us, how do we get tickets or buy a table or a sponsorship to get
Yes.
involved?
So the website for Lifeline is lifelineforfamilies.org, and you can go on there to get information about the event, to also purchase tickets. It's $35 individuals, and of course we've got sponsorships all the way up to what, $10,000?
Or if they want to be a 20-year, $20,000
Yes,
sponsor.
we need one of those.
Yes.
Of course.
And so you can go to the website and do all of that there at lifelineforfamilies.org. Also, if you're interested in helping with our silent auction by donating an item, the Grand Prairie Tourist Information Center is a drop-off location for auction items, and we're accepting those now through up to the event. So.
Yes, and we're asking for like a $50 value up for those. Is that correct?
Yes. We just, because it's such a large auction, we do like to increase the value.
Of course.
Just to get the best bang for our buck and to really raise some great money for Lifeline.
Well, that is exciting. You've told them how to go to the website. They could also call. Is there a telephone number they can call if they need some help as well?
Yes. So we've got there's several of us on the committee.
Sure.
So if they need a question, they can call Amy or myself,
Or me, or
or
Melinda.
Georgia, or
Melinda.
Janine. And all of that information can be found on the website. If you need just a quick phone number, you can call my office, 972-595-5400, and we will get you connected with the right person.
This is so exciting. We look forward to this event, and it benefits so many. It's a win-win for the students of GPISD, for the whole city. It's wonderful. So, ladies, thank you for all that you do for our city, and especially for the homeless families of Grand Prairie.
Thank you. It's our pleasure.
Thanks
Super.
for having us.
Thank you again. And thank you for joining us today. I'm Georgia Clemson, and as always, reminding you that it's happening in Grand Prairie.